My mom told me that if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. So I got a burrito that I'm very excited for.
Well, that was a movie.
Hello, welcome back to SimonsRants. I'm Simon. This isn't a joke. I'm actually going to be eating this because I'm going to go see another movie in a minute. Oh, Justin's here. Hold on. You can join me as I talk about this shit movie I just saw. So I just saw Anora, which if you didn't see the trailer for it, which I know you did,
yeah,
it's a movie about a prostitute who falls in love with a piece of shit rich kid, and then they get married and then stuff happens. I don't know about you. I'm not particularly interested in movies that are just all around stupid, annoying people. But okay, you as the audience, you may be very interested in movies about piece of shit prostitutes and piece of shit rich kids doing piece of shit activity and then never learning their lesson and continuing to be piece of shit people. And you know what, fuck it, I guess I'll get into spoilers, who cares? So, yeah, they get married in the movie, as you saw in the trailer. I think you see that in the trailer. Anyway, his rich parents send some people to come get him. Only good characters in the movie, by the way. About halfway through the movie is when they come, and it kind of becomes a bit of a comedy at this point, where these bumbling idiots are trying to corral them and can't corral them very well. It's kind of frustrating because it's like, she's a girl, you know, when they're adult, not hitmen or whatever, but they're like these Russian guys, and you think they're going to be enforcers and do stuff, and then they're slipping on ice like it's Home Alone. It gets slightly better for a while because you're like, I like these characters. I'm invested in these guys. They seem all right. Mm-hmm. This movie maybe should have been about them instead. It's not. It's about the piece of shit people. They get married in Vegas, then they come back to New York, which is where they are, if you couldn't tell by her blatantly obvious and annoying patronizing accent. And, oh, she's not really from New York, could you tell? What? She's from California. What? And then he's missing. The guy runs away. He abandons her and goes running away. And so then for the next hour or so of the movie, they're on a wild goose chase. And that's what the movie becomes, is a comedy trying to find the guy. Where is he? Nobody knows. These guys are all bumbling idiots. Occasionally it's funny. It is occasionally funny. I think that's the best thing you can say about the movie, is that it's funny sometimes. Eventually they do find him at the nightclub, or not nightclub, the gentleman's club that she works at, because remember, she is not only, well, she's more so an exotic dancer than prostitute, but I mean, she's being paid to fuck him and then being paid to marry him, so she quickly graduates from exotic dancer to prostitute to escort to whatever you want to call her. She gets very offended that she's called whore and prostitute many times, but that's what she is. So
I mean, you pay for sex, you get paid to have sex. I don't know what else to call you.
Yeah. They eventually find him and drag him to a courthouse to try to get the wedding annulled before his parents get there. They're gonna get there at noon, so they drag him to a courthouse like 8 a.m. and they find out, oh no, we can't get it annulled here because the wedding was in Vegas. If we want to get it annulled, we have to go back to Vegas to do it. We can get a divorce, but that's a whole sticky situation. We just wanted to get it annulled. Mm-hmm. So they wait for the parents to show up and take their private jet to Vegas to get it annulled. For a brief moment, she acts like, oh, well, I'm gonna seek an actual divorce, and so I can get his assets. I didn't sign a prenup. And you're like, oh, is something interesting gonna happen? Nope, that doesn't happen, because they just go, you can't do that. We're richer than you are, and you'll just lose everything. And it's like, fair enough. And she gets on the plane. And then during the plane ride, and then when they get to this, like, annulment office, whatever you call that, they start to have, like, they try to have a commentary. Like, you realize, oh, he doesn't actually love her. Shocker. Didn't see that coming. And the whole reason he did all this shit was because he hates his parents, and he knew that this would be something that they would hate. And so commentary, I guess some very light, loose commentary there. Mm-hmm. Don't give a shit. So now they are sending her back to New York, and for some reason they say you can spend the night in the house one more night, but then you have to get out. By the way, they are paying her because some stupid thing, but they are going to pay her in the morning for $10,000. And so they leave her with the one henchman guy, who the whole time there's been a weird kind of sexual tension there. So you're like, please don't do this.
Of course.
And the movie just, after the movie should have ended, it keeps going for another 20 minutes. This long ass conversation they have late at night. And you're like, please don't do this.
Of course.
And then he's dropping her off at her house. And then he gives her back the wedding ring, engagement ring, whatever, that the piece of shit kid gave her. Don't know how much it's worth, but it's worth a lot of money. So it's like, as an act of goodwill, I stole this. Now you can sell this or whatever, get some money for it. And then so she fucks him. But then, like, he tries to kiss her because I guess he actually likes her. And then she refuses to let him kiss her and then starts crying. And then the movie ends. And so I guess it's also supposed to be some sort of commentary there on how, like, she's unable to accept love or something. But, like, I just didn't give a shit about anything because it's a bunch of piece of shit people doing a bunch of piece of shit things. This movie was a piece of shit. It was dog shit. It was dog water, even, really. I like this burrito, though. As somebody who only saw the trailer, you didn't miss anything. You did not miss a fucking thing. I knew immediately from seeing this trailer that I was gonna hate it. And then I kept seeing the trailer and kept hating it, but it won the Palme d'Or or whatever the fuck it can. And everybody's talking, oh, it's so good. It's got like a 92% on Metacritic and 8 point something on IMDb. Walking out of the theater, because I walked immediately, the credits started, I immediately walked out because I was afraid I was going to get a parking ticket. And everybody was going, that was really good. That was really good. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? This movie was stupid. The best thing I can say about it was it was occasionally funny. There was some funny stuff. I liked the henchmen. I felt very bad for them. That was it. That was the best the movie got. I hated the girl. I hated the guy. The parents weren't likable either. The other strippers weren't good people. Her boss was a bad actor. Nothing redeemable. Like, I guess the main actress did a good job because she really represented the kind of girl that, like, looks up to Cardi B very well. But I hate that kind of person. And so that pissed me off the whole time. So I shouldn't say, like, the acting was bad. Sure, it was a fine enough made movie, I guess. But, like, why? The whole time I kept asking, why does this movie exist?
Hey, they're trying to tell a story.
They were trying to make a point, but the point wasn't worth making. Like I said, there was, like, 2 very brief moments of commentary in there that felt so ham-fisted that I just couldn't care.
It's about real people.
No, it's not. And if you are one of these people, I don't want to know you. I don't want to know anything about you either. Well, I feel sorry. Wow, I've turned Canadian. Well, I feel sorry for them individually for what they're going through. A little bit, I guess. I don't know what happened to her that put her in this predicament that she became an exotic dancer and prostitute, but she seems to be making pretty good money, so I don't feel that sorry for her. And the kid is a billionaire. I don't feel sorry for him at all.
But he's got, like,
family problems.
He's got, like, Russian parents who seemingly are connected to the mob. Because, you know, Russians.
They never specify what his parents do.
They're oligarchs. It's close enough to the mob. You gotta tell me there's a Russian oligarch out there without at least a few bodies buried somewhere.
Yeah, well, the dad seemed like the most enjoyable character because when Anora goes off on the mom saying, like, you're a piece of shit and blah, 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 blah. And he's just laughing hysterically. And I'm like, I relate to you. But yeah, a lot of pointless sex scenes, a lot of wasting time. The first hour of this movie is just them doing stupid shit. And it's so incredibly boring. Some people will misinterpret it as glorifying that hour. I wasn't taking it that way. But like, if the point is to say this is all fruitless and pointless bullshit, why did we have to spend half the movie doing it? I was bored because I'm like, just get to the part where they get their comeuppance. I don't care about all this stupid shit. They're dumb kids doing dumb shit. I don't give a shit.
But we gotta go through their journey.
What journey? They were dumb pieces of shit who never learned their lesson.
But think of how she could have changed at the end.
She didn't. She just fucked the guy because she doesn't know what else to do, and then realizes she doesn't know what else to do and cries about it. I'm like, okay, cool commentary, but like, so what?
Where's she gonna go?
Home, hopefully. If the whole movie had been from the perspective of the henchmen, would have been a million times better. I would have enjoyed it so much more. Because I feel bad for those guys. They had a rough go of it.
Of course, one of the henchmen is named Igor.
That's the one she fucks.
Garnick and Igor.
Yeah,
classic.
Garnick. I love Garnick. He was my favorite character. He got kicked in the face, broke his nose, and then had a concussion for the rest of the movie. They're just like sitting in the car and he just starts throwing up and they're like, oh my god. Yeah, he's a good character. And then he's like brothers with one of the other henchmen that I guess wasn't mentioned there, who's also like a priest, and he leaves mid-baptism to go help them, and then he's just pissed off the rest of the movie. He's just really trying to get Ivan back, and then the concussed brother is like, I feel like you care more about Ivan than your own brother. So it's like, I like those guys. I did. Like I said, it was occasionally funny. That's about it. I mean, there were certain gratifying moments, like there's piece of shit friends they have that work at a candy store. Well, work is a strong word. They get high at a candy store, and then they threaten the henchman with a baseball bat, and Igor, or Igor, or he says it like Igor takes the baseball bat and just fucks up all the shit in the store. That was a fun moment. I felt very, like, it just, I enjoyed the parts where the piece of shit people had everything go wrong. It felt nice. Like, the one prostitute, is like enemies with the main girl, and when she leaves after getting married, she stops working at HQ, and she's just like flaunting it like a piece of shit. And the other prostitute goes, I give your marriage 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks later, they come back to try and find him because they're going around. She's like, I told you 2 weeks. And then they get into a fight. I was like, I really want this other girl. I forget her name right now. It was something like Candy or something vague, basic like that. I was like, I really just want this girl to beat the shit out of Anora right now. But unfortunately, she didn't. They got pulled apart, so I didn't get to see what happened there.
It's so sad, because also the movie was named Anora, so she's probably going to win that fight.
Yeah. I don't even know why it was named Anora. She didn't want to be Anora. She wanted to be Annie. She was going by Annie the whole time. Annie was not okay. But this burrito, quite good.
Hey.
For an East Coast burrito, you know. For Chipotle, it's Chipotle.
Yeah.
Chipotle originated in Colorado, I think.
Of the fast food burritos,
It is one. It's one of them.
I don't know a better one that I would consider fast food.
It depends on your mood. This is definitely closer to authenticity, but like, when you're in the mood for a beefy 5-layer burrito, you're in the mood for a beefy 5-layer burrito.
I'm just never in the mood for Taco Bell. At all. Yes.
There's one right next to my gym, and I'll tell you, I'm in the mood for one every time I walk out of that gym.
Thankfully, the only thing close to my gym that'll be open when I leave is a Burger King. And that can't tempt me with anything.
Slightly less tempting.
Yeah.
Although Burger King, I do believe, is highly underrated. Wendy's is still, the best fast food burger, if you're not including, like, gourmet fast food like Five Guys or something.
Nah. Although, Five Guys is, I guess, the next level of...
Yeah. If it costs $20, it's not a fast food burger anymore, really.
I need to go back to Pittsburgh and get back to Purgatory. There's a $20 burger. Oh, God.
All right, well, I'm going to finish this up before we can talk about other stuff.
I know.
Yeah, not good. I really didn't like it at all. I'm going to give it a 3. Maybe a 4. The burrito's helping. I just don't get why this, like... Granted, I don't usually, like, really look out for movies from Cannes. That's not really my taste. But, I mean, Cannes just gave the best script or whatever to The Substance. So I was kind of thinking, all right, I'll trust them just because Cannes said it was good. But I didn't like it at all. So, I don't know. Clearly, I'm in the minority here. If you liked it, let me know why in the comments below, and we can talk about it there. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked it. Please do leave a like. Also, comment, like, subscribe, all that bullshit. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Okay.